Estamos en vivo aquí, allá y acá. Buenas noches, gente. Estamos... Oh, qué lindos son esos. Estamos transmitiendo para ustedes por AlertaGeek. Esta vez vamos a jugar Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. Porque... por mis huevos, básicamente. Es un muy bonito juego que quería jugar hace caleta. En realidad ni siquiera sé si es bueno, pero... tengo buenos recuerdos de Ace Combat 3 y desde entonces no he jugado ninguno porque no estaban para PC. Y bueno, cosas pasaron y recién me enteré que están en Steam todas estas weas hasta el 7. Y el 7 estaba en oferta hace poco, lo compré y se me había olvidado. Y verán, toda parte de la experiencia que tengo jugando el Ace Combat 3 es lo que me ha ayudado a sobrellevar la no muy grata experiencia a veces de War Thunder. En cuanto al grind y qué sé yo. Pero bueno. A ver. No logré hacer funcionar el... Chucha. No logré hacer funcionar el input overlay con joystick. Debe ser porque... Se me desconectó la web. Debe ser porque estoy usando un joystick viejo. ¿Qué falló ahora? Bueno, lo que están escuchando esos ruidos raros del team de... que salió para Windows 7 antiguamente. Que no lo pienso instalar, así que si no les gusta se aguantan. A ver... Vamos a... compartir esta weá. A ver, aquí. Que no hay un script para hacer esta weá automática. Es Combat 7 y estamos al... ¿Cuánto? ¿Qué día dijimos que estamos? 17 del 7. Tengo que configurar todo esto para poder ver los comentarios en vivo. Un cachito más o menos. Está listo ahí, está listo acá, está listo allá. Vamos a hacer la transición. Wow, se cayó el OBS. Hola de nuevo, volvimos, se nos terrible cayó el OBS. No tengo idea por qué pasó, pero se crachó brígido. Ya, ahora sí. Ni siquiera sé en qué parte quedé de lo que estaba hablando. Pero bueno, no importa. En resumen, vamos a jugar Ace Combat 7. Justo iba a hacer la transición y la weá se había caído. Ah, eso estaba explicando. El input overlay que tengo instalado en el War Thunder no lo puede configurar para joystick, así que no hubo caso, así que no van a ver lo que aprieto. Oh, qué venita. Chucha, lo tengo muteado. ¿Dónde está? Ahí está. Ahí sí. Vamos a jugar la campaña. La jugué 5 minutos con la voz en japo del otaku que soy, pero no es tan bacán con las voces gringas para esta wea. Así que vamos a empezar todo de nuevo con la voz gringa. Como que no le pega a este tipo de juego la voz japo. Y vamos a jugar en hard porque tengo la meatula así.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you?
No.
It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue.
Me carga ese granulado para darle efecto cinemático.
Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force.
Hace pausa si hago alt tab. Upsis. Solo quería bajarle el volumen un poquito. Ahí sí.
He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit.
Oh, viejo
Look
Javier.
here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last
Totally,
war.
not Estados Unidos.
Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked.
Qué amigo más
That's how we got the
bacano.
parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane,
Qué
more of
buena.
a trash can with wings.
Exacto. Darle.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another year and a half after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little
Y yo no
girl
puedo
to,
configurarlo ese.
well, still a girl,
Fíjense.
just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this
Yeah.
plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
A decir verdad, el diseño del avión se supone que es así. Bueno, no tiene mucho giro que digamos. Y la pregunta del millón es: ¿de dónde sacó el combustible?
So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, high
Ahora.
into the sky. Dark blue.
Maldito granulado
I can almost
cinemático.
touch it. Then I saw Lucia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing
Ya
30
fíjense.
Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast.
Oh,
It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my best with this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
bien. Eso le enseñaron en la acción. Ja.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yusia as members of the
En
International
momentos como este me hubiera gustado jugar los anteriores. No entiendo
Until today.
nada.
Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yusian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke!
Oh, shit.
We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead.
How is that possible? The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Ya. Ya, entonces yo soy ese. Hay un payaso. Debe ser el Calzine, me imagino. Y... oh, tenía que ser un avión ruso. Un Tupolev 91. O sea, 95. ¿Ya? Ah, ya. Oh, a ver. ¿Puedo cambiar la cámara? No. Ah, preview. Wow. ¡Qué detalle! Supone que en Chile tenemos de esto, pero no sé qué bloque. Como que tenéis que chuparle harto el pico a Estados Unidos y te van subiendo el bloque de las weas que le podéis equipar. No quieren que les pase como Irán, que es un país que se le fue de las manos y tiene F-14 ahora. O Venezuela, que tiene F-16 también, y Sukhoi 30 Mark II, creo que. Entretenido esos países así. Ah, no tiene... ah, no lo puedo usar.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Uy, el F-16 que no puedo usar en el
Call
portal.
sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party. We have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1.
Controles se sienten como más pajeros que War Thunder.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
Oh, no, está viendo alguien. Hola,
Mage 2,
Manuel.
form up with Mage 1.
Mwah.
All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Golem 4,
Hay un
understood.
payaso.
This is the AWACS
Mamá, hay un
Skykeeper.
payaso en el ala.
Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts.
Chao,
They
culiao.
hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. You're flying with me now. That's what it means
Yeah,
to
you
be
think
in
Trigger.
an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot. So I told them. I had to fill an empty spot, so play along.
Enemy bomber confirmed down.
Ow.
Good job,
That
Mage
was
2.
Not bad, Mage 2.
Ahora.
Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
Como que no se ve. Ah, sí, sí, se mueve.
They're way overhead. Let's go introduce
Oh, se
ourselves.
escucha distinto cuando está en las nubes. MiG 21.
Fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Point is 835. Column 3, Box 2.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Ah, muriendo.
Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target.
¡Miguel!
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2.
¡Ja! Miguel. Hoy le llegó otro.
Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
MiG 21. Ahora tiene más rápido.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Locked.
¡Ja!
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
No se nota que esta weá harto más harta de que igual.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Column, Mage, 2 new enemy groups. Fox 2. Targeting range of guns.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
Ah, qué bueno.
UAVs. I can't tell them apart.
Un poquito fuerte la música, ¿eh? Toma, come por puto. Ya cagaron, ¿no?
Attack missed. Bandit in my sights.
Locked.
I'm taking fire. Still fully capable.
This is Mage 1, I'm spiked.
¡Ah, conchudo! Vacilón.
Hit on bandit confirmed.
Mage 2, missile away.
Flash.
I'm hit.
Chao, Kim. Sería como no interceptar las comunicaciones como si nada. Solo para darle efecto dramático. Mira, acá ni el detalle en las texturas. Grupo Lev 160. Creo que otro bombardeo es un
Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. I call that mission accomplished.
Mage 2.
Half our package. Emptying up on hangars and runways.
Target is hit.
Ah, no se murió.
Bomber hit by a missile.
Don't let them destroy the harbor. Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their own payload. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Mage 2, missile launch.
Column 2, missile!
Ah, qué buen macho, weón. Chao.
Enemies locked on.
Chao, mira.
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Whee.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Ah, conchito.
The Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Your situation is tight.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Me sigue un payaso. El payaso del ala. Ya, bueno, mucho. Oh. Siguiente misión.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely.
Oh.
The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
Ah, mierda, la mierda.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusea, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusea went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusea didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette of the Kingdom of Erusea. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusea, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Mierda.
Erusea has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Usian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusea are currently appearing throughout Usea. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Ya. ¿Ataque tierra? ¿Esto? La tiendita. Oh. Ya bueno, si alguien está viendo esto y no entiende ni una hueá inglés, dice: los puntos conseguidos dependiendo de tu performance en misiones y partidas pueden ser cambiados por aviones nuevos, armamento especial y partes de mejoras del árbol de aviones. Dice si lo recibe... reciben los puntos en modo campaña y por cada misión que complete multiplayer. En cada misión de la campaña o por cada partida de multiplayer. Habla pico. Dice: mientras más kills o weas que hagas y qué sé yo, te dan más puntaje. Y dice que tenés que desbloquear una wea antes de desbloquear la siguiente. Aviones y tipos de armas, algunos aviones. Ya dice que algunas armas son mejores para weá antiaérea y otras solo son mejores para el piso. Fighter, multiroll, attacker, bomber, ¿no es? Es como puro perogrupio en todo caso esta weá. Las weas tienen un valor, un coste, pero ese coste solo aplica para multiplayer, no para la campaña. Y hay algunas salas en multiplayer que requieren un coste X o inferior. Oh, mirad. Tengo 61.000 puntos. Esa guaya la tengo. Bombitas. $70 lucas el F-14, 65 lucas que no tengo el 1029. Necesito un rango para sacar esta weá. 105 lucas el Mirage. ¿Qué mierda? F2. F2. Ya el F16 japo. Está caro. Oh, el F-18. ¿A 10? Oh. Sukhoi 33. Ah, ya, y de la rama rusa vais sacando. Ya. Estoy sacando hasta MiG-31. ¿Qué es todo? The Red Figure Cooling System. Sukhoi 37. Sukhoi 47. Oh, el papa. Acá la rama gringa, el F-22. Oh, el F-23. Acá llega hasta el Rafael. F-15. Ahí después de todo. Oh, un F-35. Vamos con bombita. Bla 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 bla, podéis mejorar la guay.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP. Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Missile launched.
Target has been destroyed.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! We don't have any anti-air weapons yet.
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Anti-air radar vehicle has been destroyed! We're going for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Hold up.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Village! Being attacked by enemy aircraft! What's the permission to move the vehicle? We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Ah, pasé.
Where's our support? If we don't get some fighters soon, the whole base is gone!
HQ, there's a missile after you!
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable
trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
Hostile eliminated.
That radar was just about to go online. Push the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory.
Trigger, there's 1 more to go. Locked. It's chow time.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Enemy transports attached.
Aim over clear ground. Call 3, you hit the bailout now.
Rover 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Breaking out. Here's some feedback from those forwards. Write your manuals in a language we can understand. Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
All right. This base is worth destroying.
Missed.
Are you terrible? Can't even avenge your fallen?
Watch out. The enemy has a lock on you.
Babe, continuing attack. Enemy missile detected.
On target 6.
Missile away.
Fox 2. Enemy's airstrikes have fallen. We're done for.
Taking cover in the clouds.
Enemy missile detected. Evading. Enemy has fled. There's an enemy on your tail.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine. Column 4, Fox 2. Mage 2, enemy has a lock on you.
¡Ah, conchetumare!
Mage 2's crashed.
Qué guay más malo. Por la chucha. Yo creo que igual es tardecito, la vamos a dejar hasta acá. Gracias por ver el stream. Nos vemos la próxima. Yo creo que la otra sí. No sé si voy a transmitir de esta cuestión. Quizá War Thunder. El War Thunder es como más entretenido de ver que un juego tan cinemático. Pero bueno. Ahí si tienen alguna opinión la pueden dejar en los comentarios. Si es que quieren. No voy a obligarlos. Muchas gracias por vernos nuevamente. ¿Dónde está la transición? Ahí está. Hasta la próxima.